And then good evening from Brands Hatch in the final round of M2 Cup with SWSR Esports. And as always, joined by Tux. How are you doing?
Good, mate. Very well. Yeah, here at Brands tonight instead of Valencia. It was a bit of a shame, but Brands is always a good track for these cars, to be fair.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, though, isn't it? It's a bit. Some guys just don't like it, but we've had some good racing here. The races we've done, so fingers crossed.
The last time was when Gillies got Weir on the straight, wasn't it? Weir's not here tonight, I don't think.
Oh yeah, that is what it was, wasn't it? Like, whereas I foolishly suggested he wasn't going to get him, and then he did get him. There we go, they're just dropping off the jack, so I tell you what I better do is it's a bit better angle now. Unfortunately I can't see. Do you want to run off how they qualified? I can't see it right now for some odd reason, so we can't see it on stream either.
Viper, Skunky, Thomas, Jones, Kinsey, Gillies, Cummins, Zielikowski, Swanepoel, Trackware, Hickman, Privet, and Luke, who hasn't got his driver ID yet, but we know he's quick. He's starting at the back.
I wonder if do you think that was intentional or?
Not sure. It's only a short quali. I wasn't really keeping an eye on it, so I'm not sure if he came in late or just wants to have a bit of fun from the back.
See Skunky's back in a more traditional colour.
You don't like his GT4 livery, do you?
No, because I don't know how long he's been using this sort of candy apple red and black, but it just feels like it's his colour. It'd be kind of like an F1 Mercedes painting their car red. That's kind of what this feels like.
Just to let you know, Lane couldn't get in the survey. He's having problems getting kicked out still, so his championship is in jeopardy. Skunky or Jones could nip it off him because he's not here.
Oof. And is it just code for he's got other things to do, or is he actually trying to get in and out of the server?
No, he's been trying to get in, and he's like really annoyed because he's trying to reinstall the game. He's getting that thing that I had at Bathurst for the social, where you just getting kicked out of the server, even though your internet's working fine and all the other games and internet and websites work. But
have we done has there been an update? Did we have like a mini update or something that's caused all these issues?
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, so I think he's frantically trying to reinstall the game, maybe to get in for race 2, but I think it's going to be probably not enough time for him to do that. And it might not even work anyway, so yeah. Stunky and James still have to score heavily, but
which is possible.
10 points. Yeah. Skunky's 10 points ahead of James, so James is going to have to do something a bit special because he's starting behind Skunky here, but yeah, see what happens.
All to play for, and also if Lane can get himself fixed, he could maybe jump back in for the second race.
Yeah, he's got 20 minutes or so. He's going to have to be sorted out by then.
Green light, go, go, go.
And we're away. And
Viper's again. Blows off away.
Yeah, Viper.
Oh, he's sliding around 13. Well, made it there. Skunky and Jones, P2, P3, Gillies P4.
And it looks like we're all clean as well. A little train of cars coming round, so that's good to see.
Especially when you've only got a smallish kind of grid, you don't really losing people on the first lap here.
Skunky kind of bouncing over the curbs there a bit.
Kinsey lost out a bit there at the start. Gillies, I know his pedals aren't quite right, but he's P4, sniffing another podium.
Yeah.
He's got Thomas all over him at the minute.
Right, I'm back in the room. My insurance is done. Yeah, so Gillies, he likes this track, likes the car around here as well. I was trying to remember, was it Viper last time that done the 4th and 1st last time round here, or I'm sure Viper's just historically got pace around here.
Been quick all season, I think. He's had a couple of DNFs that have cost him, but else he would have had a chance at the title probably here as well, but I don't think he quite has.
Was he not hindered
Someone's
maybe
got
by...
wide. Gillies going a bit wide.
Oh, Gillies
Thomas
does go
got a look
wide.
at
Thomas is going to have a little look at him. He's going to get him here. How much Gillies can do. He's going to try and go around the outside. He's went around the outside and he's gave himself the inside. And
Zielikowski's gone in the gap as well.
that's always a kind of
Thomas
a risk there. So yeah, Thomas is going to lose 2 here because...
Try and hang out that side, he's got a little tap.
Oh, he's got a little tap and then...
That's going to collect a few cars behind. Cummins got hit. Was the first car on the scene.
Gillies takes advantage though. And where do we have the battle? So Luke.
Yeah, Luke's made a few
Up to
places.
9th.
He's right in the thick of it. Cummins is right at the back. He's
Oof, look at the front
he's
of
the one
Luke's
who's lost
car.
out most
Did Luke
damage,
maybe...
is it?
Yeah, was he maybe
was
also
right
caught
there
up
because
with...
it was. I think pretty much all of them back there couldn't avoid it. Yeah, I think Thomas tried to go around the outside and Zielikowski, I'm not sure, he didn't quite hit the apex, so a little tap on the side and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, it was a very light tap for an M2 as well. Big heavy, well, little heavy
Loaded
cars.
up there, isn't it though? Tight turn, that one.
Jones just pulled right up on the back of Skunky, coming through T1 into T2.
Yeah, Viper's just got up it, isn't he? That's Cummins in the pits, unfortunately. Thomas is going to have to do a recovery as well. I don't think he's got massive damage, but maybe side damage, not at the front. But I'm sure he won't be very happy with that.
Just watching Jones, he seems very measured right now. What I mean by that is, it looks like he's comfortably holding on to the back of Skunky, so...
Yeah, I think he needs to probably make the move if he wants to have a chance of winning the championship. Because else he's going to lose ground to Skunk, who's already ahead. And they were both probably going to have to come from the back in the second race. Obviously, some sort of incident could decide which one of them kind of comes through cleanly.
I guess it's whether...
to finish.
Yeah. Kind of comes down to that.
But yeah, I'd say that Jones probably does need to get the second place if he wants to give himself a good chance of outscoring Skunky. He's got 11 points to catch up on him in the championship.
Whether he passes on this lap or the last lap, I don't think it really matters.
No, he can settle down. He's got 15 minutes, but I think he does need to make the move if he wants to give himself that really good chance of winning the title.
Oh, Luke's going to put a move on Hickman into the hairpin. Gets it done.
Yeah, he's got Hickman's not giving up though.
Hickman hasn't given up, but
He's just carrying the speed through.
he clipped the grass on the inside there, and I think he maybe had to lift. It's just lost it all.
So track wear behind Hickman now.
Oh yeah. Never rains,
Yeah, Luke's
but
got quite a lot of damage at the front, but the bonnet's not flying up in the air, is it? It's just a bit. So it's
buff
obviously
out.
just about drop. Well, the bonnet is up, but he's obviously still able to control the car because he got that move done.
I'll just cut back to Gillies has maybe had a moment here because he had put a bit of distance between himself and Zielikowski, with Kinsey hunting Zielikowski down, but under a second now, so.
Yeah, Jones actually lost a bit of time to Skunky there as well.
Well, I think Gillies' tech issue was meaning the throttle was getting stuck open a little bit, so.
Well, I don't know, he said it's. Well, actually, it did say a pedal issue. It wasn't just brakes, was it? It was just pedals.
I think he says the throttle gets stuck open. So.
Okay. Is that a case of just need to clean it then, or is he going to get new pedals?
I'm not sure. I think he's got TCLMs, which are, somebody said in the chat, really difficult to strip down and clean.
No.
I would be going that route first of all, though.
It's lucky it held out for his podium.
Oh yeah, for his podium, yeah.
Let's imagine that. It just like cost him his podium. Kinsey trying to have a good look at Zielikowski
yeah, he's
there.
just asking some questions there.
Yeah, Skunky's suddenly found some pace because he's pulled well ahead of Jones now.
I'll just stick on the Gillies, Zielikowski, Kinsey battle because Luke's going to join them quite soon, I would think. Well, it just kind of looks a little bit like Gillies has got it all back together and is just starting to edge away again. Seemingly across the line, but looks like he's put a couple of car lengths extra in there. Saying that, Zielikowski responded and dropped Kinsey, so. So actually Zielikowski closes the gap a little and extends on Kinsey. And then, oh, Gillies is way wide. He's going to lose 3 positions there. Yeah,
Wonder if that's a pedal issue or not. Because that first corner is a tricky one if your throttle's kind of.
Well, the boys are side by side through here.
Yeah, it's going to push him a little bit wide. Luke did just get the throttle pinned, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, oh, and in the background, I'm not sure who that was in the background. Was that
Track wear.
Trackware just missing a braking point, going super deep?
Yeah. Thomas has got him now, and Swanepoel's going to get him, I think, on the straight. Yeah.
Not sure how long Steve's going to be able to resist this. Luke just looks so much quicker.
With all that damage as well.
And then we've got Hickman as well, bouncing over the background. He's come up to join this.
Gliding into action.
Gillies is now having to defend. This is now going to compromise him down the straight. There we go. I think Luke's going to get the job done here.
We are at the halfway mark.
Halfway
Still a way
point.
to go.
Yeah, Gillies is going to be in a horrible place here, especially. He's went deep a couple of times here. Oh, they both rub together, and
Hickman says thank you very much.
Yeah, he says thank you very much. Kinsey still putting pressure on Zielikowski. The boys in third, Viper, Skunky Jones, they're just spread
they're
out
gone.
a
They're
little bit
spread
there.
out. Yeah. Thomas is going to come into this battles with Gillies as cover
Yeah.
from the back. So obviously got good pace today. I don't think we saw it on Tuesday, but he got some damage, didn't he? Else he probably would have been challenging for that podium.
Yeah, yeah, because they started out in that little group of 4, didn't they?
Yeah.
At the very start, sort of trading places. Gilly's driving like he's got a little bit of fire in his belly there. Oh, he's just missed another apex. Maybe this is the pedal issue there.
Yeah.
It's just going super deep. It's hard to say whether he's pushing it.
Thomas, he's pulling over. To let Thomas go, I think, or is he retiring? I'm not sure.
He's still going, but
He's got his indicator on. Still, he's pulling over almost now, isn't he?
he's pulling over,
he's
yeah.
out.
He's out. Viper in the green, black and silver just leading the way.
Kinsey's going to make the move, trying to make the move on Zielikowski, trying to get side by side.
Oh yeah.
At the inside.
He is almost level. It's going to be whoever breaks later here. Kinsey braked later but longer. Zielikowski nowhere to go, so he's out wide across the grass. He lives to fight another day. It's a difficult place to be on the outside there where Zielikowski found himself.
Now I've got Luke really pressuring Hickman.
I'll just pick that up as well, yep.
Got the move done, I think, on the inside, last corner.
He has got it done. What you would describe as a classic Brands Hatch pass. Okay, we just see Thomas in the background.
Yeah, I think Thomas is going to be trying to catch that Luke, I think, just because he's not got damage. Seems to.
Oh,
Ooh, Hickman's just had a little.
just got
Is
to
Thomas
track
going to
where
get
he
him?
was all over the track.
Yeah, Hickman just made a little error as well to let Thomas through. So Thomas now can focus on trying to catch Luke, or even Zielikowski and Kinsey in front of that. Still got 6 minutes.
Yeah, he's still got time.
Top 3 is 5, 6 seconds apart now. They aren't going to have the biggest grid to come through, are they, from the reverse grid? So
Yeah, that is. Yeah, we're going to be starting 10th.
11th and 12th. And with the pace they've got, I don't know, as long as they keep it clean, going to be getting up to the top 5 probably.
Still just got it on Thomas and Hickman. So that's the battle out there.
Yeah, Hickman's not giving up, but we're kicking himself for.
Well, Hickman takes a different line into that first corner, goes wide and tries to kind of cut back down, but Thomas has just positioned the car perfectly to prevent getting down the inside of him there.
Gillies just rejoined. So.
Oh, Hickman runs wide onto the grass. It's going to take a bit of pressure off Thomas. And you see Kinsey's now eking out some time from Zielikowski. Just stick with these guys. This is a little battle, although Hickman's getting a little bit ragged.
Steve's going to join comms for second race, because he can't race.
There'll be more of us in comms than on the track.
I'll just let you two.
What's that, sorry?
I'll just let you two run away with it.
As I say, you could have jumped in and raced.
Yeah, I'm not connected up, unfortunately. Sorting out, and I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to jump in with no practice.
Yeah, that's big pressure, isn't it? Zero practice, just jump in.
So Luke's just getting onto the back of Zielikowski, who's been dropped by Kinsey now.
Oh yeah, has he got 2 minutes? Has he got enough? Has he got enough to catch up?
Got a couple. Viper's just going over the line now, so they're going to have 2 more laps.
Should really be a bit of that. He was Viper just driving away from it all.
I know, 10 seconds up the road.
Would have thought, because we've raced here a few times, you would have just thought everyone had a setup available. Luke right on the back of Zielikowski now. Zielikowski goes a little bit deep. Then forced to defend. Zielikowski has proven to be difficult to pass, so he's not just going to hand this to Luke.
No, not with a minute 10 to go. It'll be. And also seeing a kind of crumpled front end in your mirror, going, "What? How's he doing?"
Yeah. We've seen some unbelievable drives of crumpled cars, haven't we? We've seen Lane do it a couple of times.
Yeah.
I think on the basis that they have no aero grip and it's all mechanical, it's not making that much difference.
Give it the final push.
So Viper leads us round for the last time, followed by Skunky, then Jones, then Kinsey. They're all very well spaced out, and then we have the Zielikowski-Luke battle.
Yeah, that's the only battle really. Thomas hasn't quite managed to get himself involved in that one. Also, I just saw in the chat that Luke did try to qualify, but I think he messed up both his laps.
Ah, right, okay.
And yeah, Lane, unfortunately, his title is going to be, well, I think it's gone, unless he can make it for the second race, with Skunky coming P2.
Does this potentially set Skunky up for the double?
Could do, yeah. Lico might have something to say to that, but he's a step behind Skunky and GT4, 2 rounds to go.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. So Luke's pulled up to the back of Zielikowski. He just isn't getting the opportunity to get a move made. So we've got Viper coming down the straight to win race 1. Job done.
The leader has finished the race.
Then Skunky. Very quiet race as well, followed by Jones and then Kinsey. That's how they're going to finish. And then we have Zielikowski still fending off Luke. It's going to come down to the last corner. Zielikowski's not defending. He's going to make sure he gets the drive out of there. And he's going to get the job done. So that's going to be Zielikowski 5th, Luke 6th, Thomas 7th, Hickman and Eventful 8th, then Swanepoel 9th.
Yeah, I haven't really seen Privet away.
I hadn't seen Swanepoel or Privet, feel bad for that. We've seen Cummins, but he was just getting involved in an incident, so Privet's going to take us over 10th.
Well, they're going to have the leaders behind them at the start of the next race, so maybe watch that.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. And there's Cummins 11th, Trackware pitted, Gillies also pitted. So there we go.
Text Goldie for the reset.
It always sounds more official than just text them for the reset. Previously you used to be able to just get the reset process started, giving away the secrets.
Yeah, I should have done it a couple of minutes ago. Really, I forgot. Hopefully he's awake. Or everyone just leave and it resets. Seen it. Should be coming any second. E-portal being a dick. Technical term there from Goldie.
I think that's quite accurate about how G-Portal has been recently, so...
Oh, there you go, we've got a third wheel now in the comms box. Welcome, mate.
You alright?
Yeah, good, you?
Yeah, other than the obvious technical issues aside.
I don't know if your volume is quite right. I don't know, what do you think? Brian?
Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, I'll have to do all that.
If you want, I'll duck out and I'll go in the chat because there's only 12 cars in there. I don't think.
If Steve gives us a sound check, I'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check 1, check 2, mic check. You can tell I've done this before, usually on stage, the most bored.
Yeah, Steve's audio's fine. The audio.
Sick. And I even remembered the spec password.
Oh yeah. Has it let you in a spec or?
I'll let you know in approximately 5 seconds.
It can be a bit funny if you've been in the server already.
Yeah, but it's reset.
Ah. Good point.
Green light, show them what you got.
Right, so we've got even the chat saying sound is good, and we've got Trackware spun battling Swanepoel, caught the grass, became a sacrificial lamb as a 3-move wheel the other way and it didn't make contact. No. Not good. No.
I'm just going to sort these drivers out in 2 seconds.
Steve, what was the technical issue then? Was throttle getting jammed open, or?
Yeah, so it's weird. So obviously, I know a lot of people have issues with like I guess the throttle or brake pedal, like the inputs flickering. This is similar, but it's quite different because it gets jammed at about sort of 30% throttle. And there's no like swing either way, so it's not like it's not like it gets stuck to like limited to 30%, and then if you floor it, it won't go any higher. Or like the opposite, if it's not like it just gets stuck at that level, and you can't. The only way to stop it is to unplug the pedals
Oh, right,
and
right,
reset
right.
them. So I did a firmware update earlier just to see whether it was that. Clearly, that wasn't the case. So the next step, I fear, is having to take them apart. So.
Yeah, I said to Tux when the race was on, and we thought we were maybe having issues a couple of laps before we seen you pull up, but I did see in the chat people saying they're notoriously difficult to take apart. So, good
Yeah.
luck.
I had like I did have a look at the YouTube video for the like how they come apart, and they do come apart, but it is a bit of a faff. The only thing that I do want to check is I haven't experienced that issue in any other game yet. Now that's probably just because I play a lot more ACC than anything else. But I don't want to take them apart or buy new ones if it's something weird with the game. So I'll probably just do like a ton of WRC and see if it happens there. But I don't know, it's annoying. I've had them for a couple of years now, I guess. So.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout actually, isn't it? You should probably do that baseline test on WRC and just see if you can replicate that issue.
Yeah. We'll see, I guess. I had a look at how much it would cost to replace them, and it's either about 200 quid or I think 20 quid a month on finance.
We were saying it's lucky they lasted for your podium on Tuesday. Gave
Well,
in after that.
I started having issues with them at the weekend, so it was in the back of my mind a little bit that I was kind of like not expecting them to last the race, but for whatever reason they did. And then yesterday we tried to do racing with GDC, and they weren't playing ball at all. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. It's a shame because I always look forward to M2s at Brands. Got a bit of side by side with Lodge as well at one point. So
yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, we caught
The
that.
damaged car is still fine.
It was actually that we were debating. We noticed you'd missed braking point on T1 a couple of times, and we actually started wondering if that was the start of a throttle getting stuck. But
yeah, we'll say that.
yeah,
Definitely the throttle's problem. Just lack of practice, really. I was updating the firmware when normally I'd be doing a few laps. They're quite tricky on the brakes, as anybody that's driven them know. And I think just hitting that 30 minutes of just driving before a race, it's kind of like it doesn't surprise you as much. Whereas, I was just getting surprised on the brakes, just hitting the ABS and sailing off. So yeah, it's my own fault, really. But happens when you jump in blind, really. So
Yeah. Brian was saying I could jump in for second race. I was like, nah, I'm alright. I'll go in. They've just warmed up for a race. No, I'm just jumping.
yeah.
No practice.
sounds like quitter talk, that.
And they've all got a set up. They've all got it dialed in, don't they? That would, I fear you would be a bit of a lamb to the slaughter in there. Great for us to watch though, Tux.
Everybody wants to see the former champ dethroned, don't they? That's
Let's go Viper. We got a new first time chat. AERT Skeno. Good to have you in here, mate.
Yeah.
Viper's just won the first race. He's going to be starting last in this one. A little bit trickier for him, although it's not a massive grid, but it's still going to have to come through 10 cars if he wants to get up on the podium.
Got to be fancying Luke for pole here, don't we? He had a fair bit of pace.
If he can get a lap in, I think
race.
he messed up the first quali, but he should be warmed up now, shouldn't he? Thomas had some pace there, but yeah, Luke probably the favourite if he nails a lap.
Yeah, he's different gravy as Luke. Recently moved across from the GDC. He's our reigning GT3 champion. So yeah, he's got the credentials. I think last week was the first time he'd driven the touring car, so a bit of a learning curve.
Fast drivers out the hat recently. Is he get another one in your team on team battles?
Yeah.
The question has been asked, especially
I could
with
tell by the little silence there.
There he goes.
Shame he wasn't around from the round one to get you going.
Luke goes pole. Kinsey second, 6/10 off. Yeah, GDC are a stream of quick drivers coming out now. With all this hot young talent.
Gillies might not get a seat in the team battles.
Hey, I'm the leading driver in the standings. I'll have you know.
Fair enough.
But no, it's been good. We've been able to get some of the quicker guys who race with us have shown that they're keen to represent the group, and we'd be foolish not to have them, especially with that traitor Connor Beer swanning off to uni and not taking his rig with him. So yeah. He's told me he's tuning in, so I'm allowed to say it because he'll definitely be here. Yeah, no, it's been good. We've been struggling a bit for numbers on a Wednesday, but I think numbers are down everywhere. Really, it's unusual.
The chat, Connor Beer. He's listening.
Yeah, GDC traitor number 1 right here. Oh, and also Viper's colleague saying he might join in. More than welcome.
Yeah.
It's a good lap from Kinsey, by the way.
That is a great lap. It's a great spot, yeah. So Luke does.
See any 2 tenths off.
Yeah. Do we have, who else do we have out there? 87.
Zielakowski
still out there. He's yet to set a lap, so.
I think the others have completed they're not on a timed. This is the only time lap left.
Up to 4th for Zielakowski.
Yeah, that's kind of where I expected him to be actually. So he was battling with Kinsey, wasn't he, in the last race?
Yeah, and Thomas, yeah. So we have Luke, Kinsey, Thomas, Zielakowski, Hickman, Cummins, Swanepoel, Privet, and Trackware, Jones, Skunky, Viper. And then Gillies in the booth with us.
I get my one a season in, don't I? It's always one that I sneak my way in.
Heavy favourite here to win the M2 Cup with Lane's absence tonight.
What's the equation? Have you done the?
I think he only needs like just to finish this race essentially. I think, and he's got enough points as long as he completes enough laps to get points.
Oh, so it's all to play for.
Well, if Jones won the race, he might be able to catch up with Skunky, but he's a bit behind, so.
I think it's definitely possible that we might see a double win today. Just putting that one out there. Only 12 cars on the grid. I think the other thing that's
yeah, it was 10 seconds ahead as well of Skunky, if not more than anything.
I think the other thing as well is that because there's fewer cars, still allows, well, hopefully it should allow those guys coming through the field to, they can take a bit more time, they can show a bit more patience. I think we've seen in the last few races, I think maybe a bit eager to hit the front straight away, and that's maybe caused a few incidents. So yeah, hopefully they get the chance to sort of just pick their battles and pick their way through. But you never know. Lap 1, last
Just
race
need
of
a
the
bit
year,
of patience
people are gonna,
behind it.
people are gonna be sending it, I think. So it could be a bit leery, that end of term feel.
Kaskino, yeah, the top 3 from the first race have to start from the back in the race 2. Which, because this is a slightly smaller grid, isn't such a big penalty as it usually is, but yeah.
I was going to say, have we had a double winner before? I think we had.
I think we did.
And it was
Actually, it was
Viper.
here. It was Morrison.
Ah, it was Morrison, yeah.
I think it was actually here at Brands and it was wet.
30 seconds.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
But I don't think it's happened in the dry.
20 seconds.
Did lane manager at Nürburgring last season, but that was kind of not from the back. He sort of nobody qualified, and he ended up something like starting like ninth or something in a grid of 20.
Yeah, I remember that. You were leading, weren't you? And you're like, how are they still there? Are they already?
And how did you celebrate the podium, Steve?
All through the night, just non-stop. Didn't go to bed. Went into work at 9:30. Hadn't showered, sunglasses on, and just basked in the smell of the hangover.
And just to fill the gap, at what point did you get nervous? There must have been a point when you realised, and I'm going to assume it's maybe when you came out the pits ahead of Kinsey in third.
I realised the podium was probably on. I want to say about halfway, or after Skunky's second pit stop, because I'd noticed that he was the driver that was ahead of me. In my head, I was sort of a net fourth, and then I noticed that Skunky was like, I was coming up behind Skunky. So I knew that something had happened there. And then that was kind of like when I was like, oh, okay, so there's the podium's on here. In terms of when did I get nervous, it was... I kept it quite calm until I came into the pit lane. And the mixture of just that sitting there waiting, knowing it was going to be close, knowing that 8 minutes to go in the wet. Yeah, I think, having watched the stream back, you guys watched it on board of the Ginetta, it may have looked planted, but if you looked at the inputs from many of the Ginetta drivers, like there was a lot of work on the wheel to try and keep it in a straight line, so it wasn't easy, and yeah, anything could have gone wrong.
Who was it? We did jump in and on board with... I can't remember who it was. It was definitely a Ginetta, and it looked all very calm from the outside, and I think on the onboard...
I think it was Luke, but he was leading, wasn't he?
It was Luke,
at that
yeah.
point.
And then I think caught him 3 or 4 times having to catch the back end of the car.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, that looks calm on the outside, but that's anything but calm.
Kino's asking, is it always M2s? We've done a couple of seasons with M2 now, but I think we're going to change it up for the specs next season probably. So yeah, I'll get Viper to send you the Discord invite if you like, and you'll see when the details for next season are posted.
Let's have a look. Do you reckon Kinsey can get a good drag off the line? Maybe swing it round the outside. Can't be a worse start than race 1 for him. So
true.
Don't know if
it doesn't really.
It's not messing. I think if you're next to a driver, you think maybe that Luke's going to be pressuring him even if he gets the moves done straight away. Do you know what I mean? He might just want to start the race and get into a nice little rhythm in second. And if he gets a good start, then you go for it, don't you? But
I was going to say, his starts are usually lukewarm.
Vipers usually gets those quick starts, doesn't he?
Yeah, he knows how to properly play the game, and we're away.
I'm going to have a look at the back just to see what happens there.
And then
Viper's making some moves already. He's gone past Privet, he's gone past Trackware. He's side-to-side with Hickman.
goodness, we'll just cut back there as well. Swanepoel just came across the front of Jones's nose there as well as he was trying to make a move.
Bielakowski up the inside of Thomas, that's for P3 into Graham Hill bend there, good little car positioning.
Viper's
around the
got
outside of Druitt.
Oh, Cummins was.
Cummins over the curb
That's
there, I
such a
think,
shame.
and he bumped into Jones. I don't think anything
Yeah.
particularly bad came of it. Just
Nothing major, no, but he just lost. He lost the place. Obviously, Jones was behind Viper, but Jones needs to stay in front of Skunky here, just give himself any chance of title.
tell you what,
Viper's
Viper is
flying,
putting on a
Greenfield.
show here.
He's already fifth.
Yeah, and it's not like people are making mistakes. He's just lining people up and just putting them down the inside. He's always been great on the brakes in the M2. He's always been able to brake later than everyone else.
I mentioned track wear in a bit of a scrap as they went down to Sterling's, and it looks like it might get Swainpole to have a bit of a run. If you can get the switch back and get the drive off the final corner, you might be able to line something up into paddock.
Thomas having a look at the inside, turn one. Zielikowski's got it done, I think. He had to with Viper approaching, get it done then.
Yeah, Steve, I caught that as well, what you were saying, and then yeah, I just got Thomas and Zielikowski, and that's just invited Viper.
This could be Viper's hardest pass so far, trying to get past Zielikowski.
Yeah, it's always difficult when you're in a string of 3 cars because it's so much harder to just sling one up the inside because it's so easy to hit that car in front. It's a whole other variable as well. It was a really good block pass there from Thomas into turn 1 there as well. Zielikowski tried to switch back and Thomas just parked it on the apex. It was really good driving there.
Yeah, he got a bit unlucky in race 1. He's going to want a podium in the race 2 if he can.
There's a definite skill in
Yeah,
driving 3 in a row.
Is Viper
These.
having a look?
Oh,
Viper's having a look. Big cut.
that's
of the grass
brave
there.
through there.
The camera angle's terrible.
Yeah, and you can see how much
Oh,
Jones is now caught up with
yeah,
Viper.
Jones, so Viper is launching it now. Zielikowski proved difficult for Luke to go by race 1. Although Viper seems to have lined him up here for a drag race down the straight.
Going to make it go around the outside though, I think.
Yeah, you've got to force him to go the long way around here. Zielikowski plants it in the middle of the road. Viper will try and switch back, but he's got to be careful because he's got Jones right there. He's going to have a look into Druids. He's going to be late on the brakes, is he? Oh, it's going to get Larry. Across the grass goes Viper. They touch, I think, and Viper's just about going to get it done.
He does.
Oh, I was worried there, boys.
He does get it done. Do you think, looking at that there, it looks
He's gone
like...
wide there though.
Oh, he has gone wide.
Zielikowski.
It looked like Zielikowski maybe realised a bit late where he was.
Oh, and there's contact and he's gone round, is he? Oh, that's going to be into the wall. Jones is also going to take a bit of a bump and Viper then hits Skunky again on rejoin. It is a real mess here. And that is not what you like to see. Viper, all of that progress has been undone. And, well, that's not what he would have wanted.
Oh, that drops him to dead last.
Cummings, oh, Jesus, it's all getting a bit sketchy. Just take a breath, boys. 15 minutes to go yet. Skunky's car looks absolutely
carrying on, or is he
battered.
done? Viper's carrying on, isn't he? For the moment, anyway.
Yeah, he is just trying to see.
Oh, he's lost it, I think.
Yeah, Skunky. Yeah, Skunky, like you say, he's got some damage. Where is Jones? Jones got away with.
Jones, I think, got a little bit of a tap on the front.
Yeah.
I'll just dive into the replay and have a look at that whilst you guys.
I don't know if
Hang
your
on,
replay
see what
works in
happened.
spec mode. Whenever I'm in spec mode, replays don't seem to show cars, they're just invisible.
Oh, yeah.
It works for me. It's only the oldest lap that has no cars for me. It usually comes
Right.
back.
I'll have a look.
Cummins is able to hang
Look
on
on
to Skunky
yourself.
here, so the damage on Skunky's BMW is obviously hindering him.
Yeah, it's hard to get a look at what happened really there with Zielikowski and Viper because the camera angle changed from the back to the front, didn't it? It's just as they made contact, pretty much.
Cummins had left the door open a bit for Hickman, but he didn't send it thought better. Privet goes a little bit wide in the background there. And that's just going to look track where come by him, but Privet's going to have the inside. 2 abreast round here doesn't often work. And they think better of it there. Oh no, actually,
Jones is going to be in his car to have a look at Zielikowski.
Privet loses a place to track where there. He must. Yeah, I'm not sure how he managed that. He had the inside. All he had to do was get on the power, I thought, and he would have defended, but he doesn't. Anyway, Thomas is now caught up with Kinsey, putting a bit of pressure on him for second.
Safe to say that the replay doesn't work, so I can't provide that valuable analysis of what went wrong there. But multiple cars involved. Not if this is the last M2 race that we do for a while. It's not how you want to sign off, but all cars still remaining. I think Viper's now pulled into the pits.
Yeah,
I don't know whether that's
pitted,
retired the car.
He gave it a go, but he was losing time to Swanepoel and Privet, who were battling, so I'm going to suggest it was a handful to drive.
Jones and Zielikowski side by side here as they go down the back straight down Pilgrim's Drop on the way down to Hawthorne. Zielikowski's got the inside. You'd think he'd be able to hold it unless Jones is going to do something special. He's early on the brakes. He's going to try and get that switch back as they go down to Westfield. Oh, it's looking a bit loose. He's going to send it here. Round they go. They're both on the grass. Jones holds it. Zielikowski, I think, has gone round, but yeah, he's lost a ton of time. Jones moves up to P4. I think that's just a good bit of touring cars there, but
Yeah,
both of them running off. But Jones is off now into the pole corner, and that's going to allow Zielikowski back through.
Jones went off track.
Wow. Thomas is now right up on Kinsey, and they're actually catching Luke. So I don't know if Luke's had a little issue. Have we had a Thomas podium before? Is this going to be the week of maiden podiums?
Did he get a podium at Monza, maybe?
Potentially. I wasn't about for that one, so he could have.
Is that the rule? Is it if Bry doesn't see it, it doesn't count?
That's
Bad
exactly.
news, folks.
That's
Oh, Hickman's gone into the back of Cummins. Oh dear, that's a mess. Hickman trying to carry way too much speed there into Graham Hill. Both cars jumped to the pits, retired on the spot. That's a shame.
And
He's going to promote.
Jones is right back up on Zielikowski again, right where we've seen him make a move before. And
Well, we've seen the dress rehearsal of this move.
yeah, we have. Yeah, let's hopefully this time.
Jones there deciding discretion being the better part of valor as he gets really sideways through a Sheen curve.
Yeah.
He's ragging this car about.
He gives it the full Hickman. Hickman and Cummins in the pits as well. Viper back out. Of course, Viper will know we'll get points here, so.
We are halfway through, not over
Oh
yet.
yeah, with Cummins
Thomas
and
is going
Hickman
to send one
jumping
down
back.
Kinsey. Thomas has got the inside. That top hairpin on Kinsey. He's not going to get the move done though, but.
Yeah, I was gonna point that out when it happened when Cummins and Hickman jumped to the pits. Not only will, if Viper gets back out there, will he potentially get to P10, but also promotes Privet into P8. That could be one of the better races he's had this season.
That was a good shout. That probably will be his top finish.
firmly glued to the back of Zielikowski at the moment as they go down the straight.
There's no gimmies with Zielikowski. He's always proven to be difficult to pass in an M2. Thomas pulls right up onto Kinsey as well. He's probably close enough to try and set him up for the last corner, then a drag race down the straight. These two battled it out in the first race, but it seemed that Kinsey had the upper hand pace-wise. It now looks like Thomas has got a bit more about him this time.
Like he gets a big boot of oversteer going through turn 1 there. Lost him a bit of momentum. And now Kinsey to... well, he didn't have to throw a defence into Druid, he did anyway, but he's got a bit of a brief respite there. As Viper back out is taking the rallycross route across the gravel there.
Jones still just following Zielikowski, and with 7-8 minutes to go, unless Kinsey and Thomas do anything crazy, I don't think Zielikowski Jones are catching them now. And Luke started to pull away from them again, so it looks like Luke's on for the win here, but it looks like second's up for grabs. Very tidy line from Thomas there. And he just runs it on the grass a little bit.
He's not shy as Thomas. He's a punchy racer. If he gets the opportunity, he'll stick his nose in. He knows he's not afraid to make a move or two. So if there's any sort of mistake here from Kinsey, you feel like Thomas is going to go for it. He looks like he's got a slight edge on the pace at the moment on Kinsey. Kinsey looking a bit out of shape there on the brakes. Thomas looking a lot more planted, and this could be the move down to Druids. He's on the inside. Now if Kinsey can just hang it out round the outside, he might live to fight another corner. He might just have enough here to hold on, but he's going to be good on the brakes. Oh, and he gives it up.
He just gives it up, yeah, doesn't ask the question.
Oh, and he's lost the rear.
Oh, it's wet. That's a big save. So that's a great move by Thomas. Can Kinsey respond now that he's the one chasing? It was almost like Thomas there had actually just put enough pressure on just to force that little error.
Yeah, it was odd. I thought Kinsey had done enough to be able to just get the block pass on the inside into Graham Hill there, but they chose to sort of bail out and take the racing line and see if he could get an exit. But then just got a bit on the grass and the rear came out, so he was planning a counter attack just into the next corner, but now he's just lost that position. Has to try and find a way of getting it back.
I would have thought he should have asked the question, because he definitely had the space to keep the inside there and just see if Thomas was able to hold the line, or if he would run wide onto the Astro and just lose a bit of momentum. Very generous from Kinsey there. Jones.
I know it's for Swanee Ball there. He was 0.1 behind Privet, and then suddenly now he's in the pits. So there's another car gone in this race.
I'll tell you what as well, Jones been stuck for Zielikowski that long that Skunky started to take interest in that battle as well.
Yeah, but Skunky's got the championship in his hands. If he makes a move, risking it.
Jones. Steve, you're maybe well placed to say this. Is it a case of these guys push it a bit harder in race 2? This has been something me and Tux have talked about before. Quite often in race 1, the cars look quite planted and there's a bit of discipline there. Then we watch race 2 and it's sideways, it's oversteer, Is the back end kicking out? Are these guys
Yeah.
pushing harder?
I think so. Last race, I think the thing is as well is a very much I think two mindsets of driving these cars as well. You can sort of set them up quite stiff and sort of go for a slow in, fast out approach, or you can try and just carry the speed, let the rear slide out, and try and gather it all up. And certain drives on certain tracks, I think, favour one or the other. And then I think it's just mindset as well. I think you spend race one learning the car, learning the conditions. And it means that a race two with a mixed up grid as well, usually it means that you get a little bit more aggro, which makes for great racing usually. They get very twitchy if they receive enough damage as well, which might be the case with Jones and Skunky. They're not exactly driving dealership models at the moment, so they might be fighting that as well.
True. And your setup preference?
It varies track to track. I was running quite stiff here. But then you go to, you go to places. Indianapolis was the one that I don't think anybody had any grip, so you kind of had to lean into the sort of the oversteery one to just try and get some rotation. I tend to run maximum rake pretty much everywhere I go. Yeah, just some tracks suit stiffer. Here comes Jones though. He's got that the inside. That looks like it could be a done deal, but
it's going to be
Zielakowski just
difficult.
holds on like a limpet. Oh, they touch.
Jones had to
Not
give him a
great.
bit more room there than he did. Jones is now on the outside. Zielakowski could just be sneaky here and just run him a little wide. Oh no, Jones thinks better of trying to hang out there. Skunky gets...
God. All getting a bit leery. They're down towards Westfields. We've seen this before, surely. I think Zielakowski had read the writing on the wall there, and they gave that one a wide berth. Jones been working for pretty much the whole race to get that move done, and I think he saw Skunky's car getting bigger and bigger and bigger in his mirrors and knew that the move had to be now. Gets it done. A little bit of rubbing is racing, but that's what we love about these touring car series. The Skunky goes off as well, so that's not going to help.
And we've got Viper, who's not racing for position here, but is maybe here to prove a point. Just pulled up onto the back of Skunky.
Yeah, Trackware had an incident as well. He's in the pits now, and Privet's in P7 now.
Thomas has started to get away from Kinsey. Zielakowski's not letting Jones just drive away. He's following him.
I think you'll have seen enough in his mirrors of a Jones sliding it around to feel that there's maybe a chance of a mistake just to open that door back up.
True, well Jones did go past him, didn't he, then made the mistake, so there is hope.
Probably only one lap, including the rest of this one, left for them to go, I imagine, so I wonder if we'll see any late harem scarum dives. Looks like it's sort of evening itself out at the moment. The gaps are starting to open up.
Neil's in the chat just pointing out Privet's up to 7th. Oh, Skunky. So he's bouncing down the grass, so he's not going to catch Zielakowski for 5th now. Viper's by him. So yeah, it's going to be... Here comes Luke leading us over the line for the final time.
Alright man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
Tyres squealing. Immaculate BMW from him. Then we have Thomas second. Kinsey just a second off him now, third. Thomas can probably just keep it sensible here and lift the podium. No, second place. Then we've got Jones a bit further back. Zielakowski's just getting dropped. Then Skunky, and actually Viper splitting them as a lapped car. Then Privet, then Viper. And that's all we have running at the moment. So we'll just watch our race leader. Trackware spun both races. Skill issue? Don't think so. Trackware had looked quite quick in these at some races, so...
Oh, he's just gone to wheel, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that, yeah. crazy decision mid-season.
You can't sit there and look at a wheel and use a pad there, can you?
No, you
You'll give
can't.
him,
No.
you'll give him a head start the next season, or his racing in the next few months.
Luke coming into the final corner. And that's going to be a great win from him. Led every lap, so good win from Luke. Then Thomas is going to bring us over in second, then Kinsey third. And Jones in the blue and silver BMW is going to come over fourth. A couple of seconds ahead of Zielikowski fifth. Viper's going to be eighth as he tails Zielikowski, then Skunky.
And
Comes in
Skunky's the
sixth.
champion.
And yeah, the champion. He usually likes to wreck a car in celebration. And Privet.
Not always,
Late,
not always worried about whether it's his own or not. As I found out to my detriment on Tuesday.
Privet's going to come round in seventh. Quiet race for him. And then we've got track.
P7 for car 7. We'll be
Oh, yeah.
thrilled with that, I think. As he also decides that he's going to wreck some BMW polygons. Track was doing donuts in the pit lane.
He's doing
Right,
the
It's all
lane.
happening.
M2 season over.
Yeah. I'll just keep it on
Just a few
Skunky as he
Tuesdays
does
to
some
go with the rest of the
burnouts.
season.
What's your moment of the season, fellas? There you go. I'll put you on the spot. I'm not a permanent commentator. I can do that.
Ooh, moment of the season. Oof. Tux, you'll have to go while I think about this one.
I can't even remember most of the season, to be honest with you. But,
There you go. It's literally been that exciting, folks, that they can't choose.
Yeah, on the spot, I'm not sure what that would be.
need a bit of time to work that one out.
Yeah, I'd have to get back to you on that
can't
one.
remember.
Skunky winning the championship.
You you didn't have the Gillies train this season, did we? At any point, so like not like part of that time.
Nothing will ever be like Autumn Park. That's I don't think.
Anyway, I need to crack on. See you next Tuesday.
Yep, we'll do. Thanks for joining us, Tux. Thanks for joining us, Steve, and we'll see you Tuesday.
Yep. See you then. Cheers.